In our last video, we discussed the importance of actually having conversation around the issues that we are facing in our relationship instead of ignoring them. And we said, make sure that when you have these conflicts, you explore them, don't ignore them. Don't just bury them, but actually have the conversation with your spouse to understand what it is that's bothering you and how you can work through it. So today what I want to talk about for a minute is what do we do to effectively have that conversation? And the tip that I have for you today is this. When you're in the midst of the conflict or before you engage in that conversation, I want you to ask yourself this question. Am I arguing about a purpose issue or a preference issue? You see, I think we need to understand in our relationships that not all fights are created equal. Therefore, the way that we approach them and the way that we fight through them needs to adjust according to what we're arguing about. Let me give you an example. If I'm arguing or if I'm in a conflict with my wife because she replaced the toilet paper roll and it's rolled under the roll instead of over, I know who does that, I am going to address that issue differently than if I'm in a conflict or I'm in a conversation with my wife because I feel like trust was broken. You see, there's a difference. Did you catch it? Toilet paper, that's a preference issue. But trust, that's a core foundation in our relationship. That's a purpose issue. And so I need to adjust my conversation accordingly. Because I think what ends up happening is, in our relationship, we get so bogged down in conflict over preference issues because we end up fighting through them like they're purpose issues, that by the time the real purpose issues reveal themselves, we have no energy left to have a healthy conversation or dialogue around them. So the next time you're about to address an issue in your relationship, in the midst of a conflict or before you engage in that conversation, I want you to ask yourself, is this a purpose issue or a preference issue? Because then you can adjust your conversation accordingly so that as those major purpose issues arise in your relationship, you have the energy, you have the mindset, and you have the focus to actually explore them. Not all fights are created equal. Ask yourself, is this a purpose issue or a preference issue? And then adjust and approach it accordingly. Hey, if this was helpful, be sure to hit that share button. Don't forget to give us a like, leave a comment below of how this is challenging you because we want to continue to grow our community together so that God can continue to restore our relationship. Thanks everybody, catch you next time.